Capricorn, if you're watching this, the universe just confirmed your intuition. That unexpected call or text you've been sensing. It's not just a random check-in. Spirit is showing me someone from your past is about to reach out in a way that will completely shock you, and honestly, it's going to flip your entire reality upside down. They aren't just saying hello, they are shattering their own pride to confess something they've been hiding in the dark. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from, and make sure you're subscribed, because this energy is moving fast and you need to be ready for what's coming. Capricorn, listen to me, because the energy in this space right now is absolutely electric, and I need you to really hear this. We are stepping into this September 2026 timeframe, and Spirit is showing me a massive, undeniable cycle ending. For the longest time, you've been holding the energetic cord of this connection, keeping it alive, keeping it breathing, even when it felt like you were doing it all by yourself. But something shifted recently. You pulled back. You detached. You stopped chasing, stopped overanalyzing, and finally decided to put your own peace first. And I'm not gonna lie, the moment you dropped that rope, the entire dynamic of this relationship flipped on its head. The silence you created wasn't just empty space, it was a catalyst. It was the exact frequency shift that forced the universe to intervene and bring this person out of their hiding spot. I want to validate what you've been through, because I know how heavy this has been on your chest. You are a Capricorn, which means you love with a profound, grounding loyalty. You don't do things halfway. When you commit, you build foundations, you plan for the future, and you carry the emotional weight of the connection on your shoulders. You gave this person real love, endless patience, and a safe harbor when their own life felt chaotic. But honestly, you were undervalued. You were taken for granted. They got so used to your steady presence that they forgot to appreciate the rarity of it. They treated your loyalty like it was a given, like it was just always going to be there, no matter how emotionally unavailable or distant they acted. It hurt you, MHM. It deeply wounded your spirit to feel like you were pouring from an empty cup, trying to convince someone of your worth when they were too blind to see it. But here is where the emotional turn happens, Capricorn, and this is where your power comes back to you. You reached a point of absolute exhaustion, not just physically, but spiritually. You looked at the situation and realized that your self-respect was worth more than their inconsistency. When you finally walked back into your own life and closed that door, you didn't just leave them, you reclaimed your energy. And that is exactly when they started to feel the shift. Because here's the thing about people who run from deep, authentic love, they don't realize what they had until the warmth is gone. Your absence became a mirror for them. Suddenly, the silence wasn't peaceful for them. It was deafening. They started replaying every conversation, every moment you showed up for them, and the reality of their own emotional immaturity crashed down on them. They realized that by pushing you away to protect their ego, they had actually isolated themselves from the only person who truly saw their soul. And let me tell you, they are watching you right now. I'm seeing a strong observer dynamic here. Even if there has been no direct communication, they are energetically checking in on you. They are looking at your social media. They are asking mutual friends about you, or they are just sitting in the quiet of their room feeling your energy shift. They are fascinated, but they are also deeply intimidated. Why? Because they can feel that you are no longer waiting for them. You aren't sitting by the phone anymore. You've moved into this incredibly magnetic, grounded, and mysterious frequency. You've done the shadow work. You've healed the parts of yourself that thought you had to earn love, and now you just are love. You are radiating this quiet confidence that is absolutely intoxicating to them. Spirit is pulling the energy of the star for you right now, and I'm not just talking about hope. I'm talking about a complete spiritual rebirth. You are glowing, Capricorn. People around you are noticing it. You look different. You carry yourself differently, and there is a light in your aura that wasn't there when you were tangled up in the anxiety of this connection. This glow-up isn't just physical, though you probably look amazing right now too. It's an energetic elevation. You've raised your vibration so high that this other person is feeling the contrast in their own life. Everything else they are trying to distract themselves with feels hollow, superficial, and exhausting compared to the depth and peace you brought to their life. They're comparing every single interaction they have now to the memory of you, and nothing is measuring up. They see you shining from a distance, and it's making them realize exactly what they mishandled. They know they messed up, and the regret is eating at them, pushing them closer and closer to breaking their own silence. Let's talk about this Watcher energy, because Spirit is showing me something so specific here, and I need you to really understand the psychological toll this is taking on them. This person is literally obsessed with your silence. They are checking your last seen status. They are rereading old messages. They are trying to figure out how you became so completely okay without them. And honestly, it's driving them crazy. They thought that when you pulled back, you would crumble. They thought their absence would be your ultimate punishment, a way to make you miss them and chase them like you used to. But instead, your absence became their punishment. The emotional turn here is profound. Their ego is completely shattering. They are sitting in the quiet wreckage of their own pride, realizing that the power dynamic they thought they controlled was actually a total illusion. You were never the one desperately chasing. You were the one holding the entire energetic space, and now that you've vacated the premises, they are entirely lost. Now, we have to look at what was actually going on in their world to cause this disconnect in the first place, because I know you've wondered why they pulled away. I'm seeing a lot of external noise, Capricorn. There was this heavy energy of fear and ego, but also, Spirit is showing me a distinct distraction. Maybe it was a third party. Maybe it was just the chaotic drama of their own life, or people gossiping and putting insecure ideas in their head. They let the noise of the outside world convince them that your deep, grounded love was too much or too intense for them to handle. They ran from the depth because they were emotionally immature and scared of their own feelings. But here is the twist, and this is where it gets really juicy. That distraction completely backfired. Whatever or whoever they tried to use to fill the void you left is now exposing itself as incredibly fake. The emotional turn? The people around them are showing their true colors. The drama is exhausting them, and they are realizing that the freedom they thought they wanted is actually just profound, suffocating loneliness. They are comparing this superficial noise to the quiet, unshakable loyalty you gave them, and the regret is physically aching in their chest. Let's look at the cards pulling through for this specific timeline, because the archetypes here are screaming at me. I'm seeing the Hermit reversed, which is so perfectly you, Capricorn. You've been in your Hermit phase, doing the deep, internal soul work, healing your inner child, but now you are stepping out of the cave. You're done isolating your heart to protect it from people who don't know how to hold it. And for them, I'm seeing the Tower. Listen, when that unexpected text or call comes, it is going to feel like a Tower moment for them. It's the sudden, shocking collapse of their false reality. They thought they could just exist in this comfortable limbo state forever, keeping you on the back burner, but the universe literally shook their foundation to wake them up. And underneath it all, I'm feeling the Two of Cups. This isn't just a random low vibe, hey, what's up text. This is a karmic mirroring. The emotional turn here is the spiritual weight of it all. This isn't just about them wanting to hook up or ease their own loneliness. It's about them finally being forced to offer you the emotional accountability you deserved from day one. They are having a massive spiritual awakening regarding how they mishandled your beautiful heart. So, let's talk about this unexpected call or text, because I know you're wondering exactly when and how this is going to happen. Spirit is showing me the energy of the Eight of Wands. It's coming fast, Capricorn. Like, completely out of nowhere. You're going to be going about your day, completely focused on your own goals, feeling so grounded in your natural Capricorn ambition, and your phone is going to light up. And it's going to be them. But it won't be a casual, low-effort message. I'm seeing a long paragraph or a voicemail where they actually leave a real message. They are going to confess. They are going to admit that they've been thinking about you nonstop and that they made a massive mistake. The shock for you won't just be that they reached out. The shock will be the sheer vulnerability and honesty in their words. They are dropping the act entirely. The final emotional turn is the realization that you hold all the cards now. They are coming to you with their hat in their hands, completely stripped of their defenses, waiting to see if you will even grant them the time of day. Let's go deeper into the anatomy of this upcoming contact, because Spirit is giving me such vivid details about the energy behind it, and I need you to be prepared for the sheer weight of it. When this message or call comes through, Capricorn, I need you to understand that this is not a casual low vibe, "Hey, what's up?" text sent at 2 a.m. because they're feeling a little lonely. No, listen to me. This is entirely different. This is a sober, clear-minded, deeply intentional reach out. I'm seeing the energy of the Page of Swords shifting into the Knight of Cups here. They have spent days, maybe even weeks, drafting and deleting messages in their head, trying to find the right words to bridge the massive gap they created. But when they finally hit send, or when they finally gather the courage to call your name, it's going to be raw. It's going to be a confession. They are going to explicitly admit that they have been thinking about you nonstop, that the distance has been agonizing, and that they made a massive, undeniable mistake by letting you go. The shock for you won't just be that they reached out. The shock will be the sheer vulnerability and honesty in their tone. They are dropping the act entirely, stripping away all the ego and defenses they used to hide behind, and standing before you emotionally naked. And this is crucial, Capricorn. You need to recognize that this movement is coming from a fundamentally changed internal state, not just a fleeting impulse. I'm pulling the energy of the Judgment card for this person right now. This is a karmic awakening for them. They have been forced to sit in the quiet aftermath of their own choices, and that silence has acted as a brutal but necessary teacher. They are finally realizing the profound peace, the unwavering loyalty, and the deep emotional safety that you brought into their life. Before, they might have viewed your stability as boring or your boundaries as controlling, but now they see it for what it truly was, a rare, sacred sanctuary. They are looking at their current reality, and everything feels chaotic, superficial, and hollow in comparison to the depth you offered. They are actively comparing every single interaction they have now to the memory of you, and nothing is measuring up. This realization is physically aching in their chest. They know, with absolute clarity, that they mishandled a once-in-a-lifetime connection, and that knowledge is what is finally pushing them to swallow their pride and come to you with their hat in their hands. But here is where the emotional turn happens for you, and this is where your true Capricorn power shines. When you see their name pop up on your screen, or when you hear their voice on the other end of the line, I want you to notice your own reaction. Spirit is showing me that you are not going to react the way the old version of you would have. The old you might have felt a spike of anxiety, a rush of hope, or an immediate urge to fix things and soothe their discomfort. But the new you? The you that has done the shadow work, the you that has reclaimed your self-worth? You are going to feel a strange, beautiful sense of detachment. You will read their words or hear their apology, and instead of feeling desperate, you will feel grounded. You will realize, perhaps for the first time, that you do not need this apology to heal. You are already whole. You are already complete. And that realization is the ultimate power shift. You hold all the cards now. You get to decide the pace, the tone, and the boundaries of any further interaction. You are no longer the one begging for a crumb of their attention. You are the sovereign ruler of your own emotional landscape, and they are now the one asking for permission to re-enter your kingdom. Now, we have to address the lingering shadow of that external complication, because Spirit is honest with me, and I won't sugarcoat it. There was drama here. Maybe it was the opinions of family members, the lingering shadow of a third party, the pressure of long distance, or just the chaotic noise of their own unresolved life circumstances. They used that external noise as a cowardly excuse to run from the depth of what you two shared. They convinced themselves that the timing was wrong, or that the obstacles were too great. But here is the beautiful karmic twist. That external interference is now weakening, and they're the ones who are actively exposing it for what it is. In this upcoming communication, I'm seeing them take full accountability for letting those outside forces dictate their actions. They are going to admit that they were scared, that they let fear and the opinions of others cloud their judgment, and that they are finally ready to face whatever drama or obstacles stand in the way to get to you. They are willing to burn the bridges with the distractions to build a new, stronger bridge with you. The external noise is losing its power because their internal clarity has become so much louder. I'm also seeing the Four of Wands energy beginning to bloom in the distance. This is the energy of stability, celebration, and coming home. But it's not a guarantee, it's an invitation. The universe is setting the stage for a potential reconciliation, but it is entirely dependent on how you choose to wield your power in this moment. They are going to make an offer, Capricorn. An offer to communicate openly, an offer to do the work, an offer to commit in a way they never did before. They are going to try to show you, through their actions and their words, that they have learned the karmic lesson this separation was meant to teach them. But the ball is in your court. And honestly, that is exactly where it belongs. You have carried the emotional weight of this connection for far too long. It is their turn to carry it. It is their turn to prove that they can hold the sacred space you created, without breaking it. Capricorn, we are arriving at the culmination of this energy, and I need you to really anchor into what I'm about to say. This final chapter isn't just about them reaching out, it's about what you do with that energy when it lands in your lap. Because Spirit is showing me that this upcoming movement is going to be an actual, tangible offer. We are moving past the messy, emotional apologies and into the energy of the King of Cups. This person is not just coming to you with tears and regret, they are coming to you with a plan. They are going to articulate exactly how they intend to make this right. They are going to offer consistent communication, they are going to offer transparency, and they are going to explicitly ask for the opportunity to rebuild the trust they fractured. They realize now that words are cheap, and they are desperately trying to show you that their internal state has fundamentally shifted. They are no longer running from commitment, they are actively seeking it, because they finally understand that a life without your grounded, loyal presence is a life half-lived. But here is the most beautiful emotional turn for you, Capricorn, and this is where your true mastery lies. When this offer is placed before you, you are not going to jump. You are not going to immediately drop your boundaries to catch them. The old you might have felt a rush of relief, eager to smooth things over and make them feel comfortable again. But the evolved you are going to pause. You are going to take a breath, and you are going to let the silence do the heavy lifting. You will look at their message or listen to their voice, and you will realize that you no longer need to rush to fix their discomfort. You have learned the ultimate lesson of this karmic cycle. Your peace is non-negotiable. You will respond with grace, but with firm, unshakable boundaries. You will let them know that while you hear them, and while you acknowledge their growth, trust is something that must be earned back through consistent, long-term action, not just a sudden burst of poetic words. And honestly, that boundary is exactly what will make them respect you on a level they never have before. They will realize that they are dealing with a woman or man who knows their worth, and that realization will make them fight for you in the healthiest way possible. I'm pulling the World card to close out this reading, and oh, Capricorn, the symbolism here is just breathtaking. The World represents the successful completion of a major karmic cycle. It means that the painful, confusing, draining chapter of this connection has officially reached its end. The lessons have been learned, the shadow work has been done, and the universe is now clearing the path for a new, elevated beginning. But the World also demands that you step into your power as the creator of your own reality. You are being asked to close the door on the version of yourself that accepted breadcrumbs and fully step into the version of yourself that demands a feast. Divine timing is working perfectly in your favor right now. Everything that felt like a delay was actually divine protection. Everything that felt like a rejection was actually redirection toward a higher standard of love. You are being prepared for a relationship dynamic that is balanced, reciprocal, and deeply nourishing to your soul. Whether this person rises to meet you at that new level or not, you have already won because you have reclaimed yourself. So, as we wrap up this message, I want you to take a moment and just feel the truth of what your intuition has been whispering to you this entire time. You were never crazy for feeling like there was more to this story. You were never wrong for sensing that their pull away was about their own internal chaos, not your lack of worth. Spirit is validating every single gut feeling you've had over these past few months. You are seen, you are chosen, and you are profoundly loved by the universe. The cycle is shifting decisively in your favor. The unexpected call or text is just the universe's way of confirming that your energetic shift worked. You changed the frequency, and the reality had to follow. Moving forward into this September, I want you to protect your peace fiercely. Do not let their sudden reappearance destabilize the beautiful, grounded life you've been building for yourself. Keep your focus on your goals, your passions, and your own spiritual elevation. Let them come to you, and let them meet you at the standard you have set. You are a Capricorn, you are the architect of your own destiny, and you have just laid the foundation for something incredibly solid. If this reading resonated with your soul, and you felt that shift in your energy, make sure you leave a comment claiming this outcome. Type, "I claim my peace and my power" down below to lock this energy in. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and share this with a fellow Capricorn who needs to hear this message. The universe brought you here for a reason, and your story is just getting to the best part. I'll be right here, holding the light for you, until the next time we connect. You've got this, Capricorn. Trust yourself.